Hey, good evening, my friends. Welcome to our Wednesday night live broadcast. And I got to tell you, I have to change things up a little bit tonight because something that I casually talked about on Monday apparently has been released on LinkedIn, talking about a new feature that you are absolutely going to love because it's going to take one of my most popular strategies for networking with people and recruiting people into your business. It's going to take that on LinkedIn and it's going to put it on steroids. You are absolutely going to love it. Talked a little bit about it on Monday. On Tuesday, I noticed a number of my coaching students had this feature. I didn't have it. Most people didn't. On Tuesday, some more of my coaching students had it. I still didn't get it. But I woke up this morning and I had it. And everybody that we worked with during our previous broadcasts had it too. And it is going to make such a difference. You're going to have a blast with it. Now, LinkedIn, told you a long time ago, is changing all the time. And this is one change that you are absolutely going to love. Absolutely. All right, so let's get right to it. Now tonight, tonight I was going to share with everybody the best way ever to do laser focus searches on LinkedIn for your ideal prospects. We're still going to do that, but I've had to insert, I couldn't pass it up. I had to insert new information about LinkedIn that could keep you up tonight. How not only could it keep you up tonight, but it could result in some more sales for you by the end of the week. And it's this right here. A new feature called Celebrations. And you have something to celebrate if you got it. I'm going to show you where it is. And you could all look it up and see if you got it yourself. What Celebrations does is it puts in your hands information about job changes, birthdays, and work anniversaries. Now, if you remember, we had to go to notifications. Every time somebody changed a job, every time somebody had a birthday, or anybody had a work anniversary, you had to go to that notifications feature, and you had to scroll down and you had to search for the people that were having birthdays. And sometimes it could be a little bit of a pain in the neck. But now, if you have this feature, you just go over and you got all the people that are having a birthday, job changes, all in one place. All in one place. And so I'm going to pop over here. So you jump into LinkedIn and go, and remember, all of the birthdays, the job, everything ends up in notifications. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to your LinkedIn page and go to your network. Click on that. Now you're going to get invitations, people that are trying to connect with you. Scroll down right here. This is where it is. Right here. Beta, which means it's in test mode. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine that, for obvious reasons, has to remain anonymous, that actually works in the technical side at LinkedIn. And I remember, some of you may remember in November and December, birthdays seemed to disappear. They weren't, the birthdays of your connections were not popping up. Well, now you are going to love this. So I was talking to my friend at LinkedIn and I said, what's going on? What prompted you to do this? I mean, I'm thrilled. I mean, I love it. And he said that in December, more than 1 million people used that birthday feature in the notifications area. January, almost 3 million. Now, what social networks do is they want to make their users happy. They want to give you the tools and the things that will keep you coming back. Just like LinkedIn added GIFs, moving images. They're using the same GIFs, the same moving images that you find on Facebook. Why? Because it's a popular feature. Popular feature. And when they recognize something is popular and it's being used, they want to make it more available. So if we go over here and we click on See All. So these are all people that I'm connected to, first level, that are all changing their jobs. So when you change that part of your profile, more people are going to see it. But the one that is absolutely going to increase your closing ratios, the birthdays. Now, this is the beautiful thing, because we could go over to Facebook and we could kind of scroll down here and see who's having a birthday. And the thing about the birthday feature on Facebook has always been not just that you can wish someone a happy birthday that's having a birthday. Jack Maitland, I gotta call him. All right, all of these people are having a birthday today. Now, you wish somebody a happy birthday on their birthday, and you're one of dozens or hundreds of people, and they may not see it, they may not catch it. So we go down here to the upcoming birthdays. So I'm better off waiting a day or two and then wishing Jack a belated birthday, happy birthday. He's going to see it. But what you've always been able to do on Facebook, and this has been outrageous. It's been outrageous. So we go down here and we start wishing happy birthdays. Either the belated happy birthday, Jennifer, wait 2 days. Jennifer, I'm sorry I missed your birthday. I want to wish you a happy birthday. You got the script. And in boot camp, I'm going to give you a new script. So these people are had a birthday on the 6th. So now we come down here and let's move out. Today's the 8th. Tomorrow's the 9th. The 13th is 5 days out. So you can go and you use the script, wish someone an early happy birthday. You end up starting conversations with people that could turn into sales. This has always been an amazing feature. And my buddy Joel Whaley is having a birthday on the 12th. Last night, we had I did a training for the Power Lead System, folks. Joel was back 2 months ago. He was excited to announce he was having his first $1 million year. Last night, he was back to announce that this year, he's going to do 10. That's right, $10 million. In December and January, he built a team of 100 people. that are into this deal, and he's thrilled and excited about it. So this has been huge. And now we go over here to LinkedIn. So tomorrow, Kim is having a birthday. Cheryl's having a birthday. All these people are having a birthday tomorrow. So I could slip in and wish them an early happy birthday. What can I say? I got a lot of friends. Today, these folks are having a birthday today. And again, we can go back. The belated birthday wish is killer. I got to wish Mark a happy birthday. So all of these people, the 6th, wanted to wish you a belated happy birthday. Starts conversations that will result, in many cases, if the people have a need, because it's all about finding out what's going on. What are they doing? This is going to be huge. I had no idea Joe's having a birthday. He was on the session we did on Monday night. I didn't know he already had a birthday. I am telling, let me see, did I see, is John here? Well, John was on earlier. So the bottom line is this one little new feature, I'm telling you, is going to be a game changer for all of you. Now, another thing that I noticed, which is going to be another game changer, is LinkedIn, network marketing companies. You go on LinkedIn, you're going to find network marketing companies have company pages. And so you can go in there and you could actually start communicating with people that are in these companies that are following these companies. This becomes another way to connect with network marketers. Now, fastest way to become a top earner in your business. Tonight, I'm going to focus more on LinkedIn. Is you got to talk to people. And when you're talking to people, it's all about asking questions. Learn as much as you can about the other person so you know if they're a prospect for your business. The key word behind the success of every top earning network marketer, or for that matter, top earning salesperson in any business, is relationships. If you have the slightest conception of who would be a great prospect for your business, you may not go to sleep. People do business with people that they know, people that they like, and people that they trust. More importantly, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I had no idea it was a Teddy Roosevelt quote. Easy to identify perfect prospects on LinkedIn from the information listed on their profile. You could pick out the people that you believe based on what you see and what they do. They could be ideal candidates for your business, but it's going to take a little bit of conversation, not much. And their answers to some simple questions will qualify them. You'll close more sales when you talk to the right qualified people. So knowing who is in your target audience and who you want to search for will determine who you want to connect with, who you want to talk to, and how you'll engage them in a conversation. Because I'm giving you phenomenal killer scripts, but they have to be modified to fit the person that you're talking to. Talking to more of the right people will increase the number of people you'll enroll in your business. And you stop talking to the people that clearly are not prospects and they don't even realize you're doing it. So, do you know why someone needs what you have? Why would somebody be interested in your products or your service? What are the benefits? The key to using my strategies and scripts successfully and increasing your closing ratios is to simply use them with the right people. Closing more sales and enrolling more reps is less about selling and more about listening and solving problems. So if your prospect doesn't have problems, doesn't feel like they need your product or want to get into a business, it's a waste of time and effort to talk to them. The reason that most people fail in sales or network marketing and lose a lot of money and time is they try to sell their product or opportunity to the wrong people. You can't sell filet mignon at 2 cents a pound to a vegetarian. Now, it's easy to connect with the right people because your choice of who to contact and talk to on LinkedIn and Facebook is going to be based on a number of items. Now, your company wants you to get customers. Want you to get customers. Because customers are the lifeblood of your business. The customer generates long-term residual income. But a business builder is going to be a customer. A business builder is not going to build the business if they can't get excited and passionate about the products. The only difference is the business builder is going to be in more of a hurry to go out and tell other people about it. Customer, take the products, gets great results, may on occasion tell a couple of people. Business builder, even before he has results, is going to borrow the results of other people and run around and tell everybody about it. All going to be determined by your personal searching parameters. Who would you feel good about talking to? Who would you enjoy talking to? And it's all based on you. You're all individuals. Your personal searching parameters, their profile contents, the images displayed, their activity, their online agenda. People that are networking or selling something could still be great prospects for your business. The ease of connecting with them, the ease of communicating with them. And I know some of you on some of our Ask Max sessions are getting on there and they're going, oh my God, I asked this person questions and they're not answering me. Or they're giving me 1 or 2 word answers. You're all getting it. And at the same time, you're all talking to people that are opening up and they're telling you things that shock you. TMI, too much information. So what does your ideal prospect look like? Number one, they're active on LinkedIn or Facebook. They're positive. They share similar experiences with you. I'm talking about easy connections, easy sales. They share similar interests. They share similar values. And they've got a large circle of influence. And more importantly, they need or use what you're selling. If people get it, if they understand what you're doing, and they're thinking to themselves, oh my God, I know so many people that could use this. They may be more inclined to come into the business. Or they may decide, you know what, I'm going to take these products, I'm going to see how it works for me. And then if I've got my own success story, I'm going to run around and tell everybody about it. It doesn't matter. People are going to do it when they want to do it. So let's talk about the characteristics of a serious business builder. And one of my dearest friends shared this with me when I heard it, and he had been a multi-million-dollar earner in Amway, very successful lawyer, and he followed up. He was like one of the master distributors in 3 different companies. But he said, you know, when you get into network marketing, you got that list. So you take that warm market list, and before you call them, you run down each person and you see which one of these 5 characteristics they have. 1, passionate about your products. Now, obviously, would they be passionate about your products? Because they're not customer yet. Passionate about your products. Ambitious beyond their current circumstances. They want more. They want more. 3, they're entrepreneurial. They'd rather work for themselves than work for somebody else. They've been successful at something. Somebody that's been successful in any area has the taste, has the gene. If they can do one thing in one area, they know that persistence is what it takes to be successful. And finally, they got a large circle of influence. So go down that list of friends that you have on Facebook that you know. Make a list. And then next to their name, put a number. 5 if they have all 5 of those characteristics, or 4, whatever the numbers. And obviously, number 1 is very important. Then go down that list, and the first people you want to talk to are the 5s. We're not doing this in alphabetical order. Pick out the 5s, go down to the 4s, and whether you're going to go down to the 3s is a question, because sometimes you can go out and connect with better people, better prospects off of Facebook and LinkedIn, because they're so easy to find, than the people on your list. The ones, the people that just you're passionate about your products, well, they can be customers. Everyone on LinkedIn and Facebook created their profile for a reason. Their photo and cover, plus the information provided about themselves and their visible daily activity, makes it easy to pick the best prospects for your business. Prospects who'd be interested in your business and eager to talk about it. Now, LinkedIn has made some changes, again, that make it easy to pick out the people that are open to making a change. That ball represents everybody on LinkedIn, everybody on Facebook. You want to talk to the green M&Ms. Somebody that wants a business, wants to make extra full-time income. If I put you in a room with 50 people, and I told you that there would be 5 people in that room wearing green shirts, and all you had to do was talk to them for 15 minutes and they would jump into your business. If I told you that there were going to be 10 people in that room wearing red shirts who would absolutely buy your products. 50 people, 5 green shirts, 10 reds, and the rest wearing an assortment of shirts, colors. You go into that room, you could be in the room for an hour. Who are you going to talk to? You're going to talk to the green M&Ms, the green shirts. Now, the orange M&Ms are recession victims. People that have lost their jobs, people that clearly, by their posts, by the content of their page, lost their job, they're struggling, they're talking about it on Facebook and LinkedIn. They are looking for a way to make money and survive financially. And then the yellow M&Ms, the unhappy network marketers that are seriously looking for another company. Well, we've got blue M&Ms, the active network marketers. They love their products, but they're not making the kind of money that they thought they could make when they got into network marketing for all kinds of reasons. And sometimes one of my dearest friends, who is $1 million earner in her company, used to enroll network marketers from other companies all the time. And I asked her one day, I said, so what's your secret? How do you do it? And she said, well, It's not a general practice. You have to understand your comp plan, and you have to understand the comp plan of the other person. So if you can show someone that they could make more money working in your company with fewer people than the other person is making money in their company right now, it's a logical comparison. Well, what is it going to take? Number one, you have to understand the comp plan of your company, and obviously you have to understand the comp plan of the other company. But when you get it down, and now it's easy to identify people by the company they're in, the person that you talk to that's unhappy doesn't necessarily have to be a top earner, but they could lead you to a top earner. Finally, we have the red M&Ms, people that would be customers. They'll eagerly buy your products and could become business builders later. Now, just because someone has a profile does not mean that they're active. They could have created their profile 10 years ago. They were on LinkedIn for a year, haven't been back. So it's critically important that before you expend any energy trying to talk to somebody, even trying to make a connection, you need to see that they're active. If they're not active, you're wasting your time. So we locate the active people, and then what does LinkedIn do? LinkedIn makes it extra easy. Because if somebody is open to work, if somebody's looking to make a change, they let everybody put an open to work frame around their picture. And this is catnip to network marketers. Okay? Catnip. They are flocking on LinkedIn, and they are just attacking anybody that has an open to work frame. As a matter of fact, people historically will keep that open to work frame for maybe 90 days, and then they take it down. They'll say someplace else that they're open to work or they're looking. Catnip. So all it takes is the connection and a couple of messages back and forth, and you learn enough about the other person to really know, is this somebody that I like working with? Is this somebody that I can have fun with? Is this someone that would enjoy working with me? That's all it is. The more selective you are about who you talk to, the more successful you're going to be, period. Period. Now, if you know in advance by the contents of visible daily activity on someone's profile that they could be a perfect prospect for what you're selling, and you qualify them during a casual conversation, you'll sell to more people and you'll build your business faster. The more selective you are about the people you talk to, the more successful you are going to be. So, business builder or customer? Customers love your products, use your products, need your products, want your products. Business builders also love your products. But they're also entrepreneurs. They're ambitious. They want more out of life, and they've got a circle of influence. It's easy to identify a serious business builder, and it's just as easy to enroll a business builder as a new customer. Your business grows faster with business builders. And our special Project Launch script is for business builders. Now, people on LinkedIn and Facebook that you want to talk to are going to fall into three categories. First, the people that you're already connected to, and you actually know them. So your warm market is on Facebook. They're on LinkedIn. The second group are people that you're already connected to, but you don't know them at all. So we are connected to people on Facebook and LinkedIn. Even though we're connected, we have no idea who they are. So They're in the cold market. But there's an advantage here. The advantage here is you know all about them, and they've got a little insight about you because they can see your profile, they can see the details, and they can see your activity. They can see the things that you're posting. So even though they're in your cold market, there's a connection. The biggest group of people on Facebook and LinkedIn are the people that you're not connected to, that you want to know based on the contents of their page. This isn't rocket science. Every day, people are going to come in front of you. You decide, I want to talk to yellow M&Ms. I want to talk to blue M&Ms or greens. And as the conversation continues, as long as we feel they are who we think they are, and we see the potential synergy, we keep talking. Learn enough about them to identify their problems, their needs, and then show them how you can solve their problem. And when you do it correctly, they're going to ask you about your business. Now, when most people join a network marketing company, they're taught an old school method of getting started. They're told to make a list of 100 people that they know, their warm market. Then they're provided with a script and encouraged to call everyone on the list and tell them about their new business. Unfortunately, most people aren't given the extra advice of put them in a category. Go after the 5s, go after the 4s. Just call them, call everybody. While the results for most people are often very discouraging, they're encouraged to keep going with a motivating sales slogan that you have to go through 100 no's to get a yes. You want to be successful in this business? It's perseverance, it's persistence. You want it, how bad do you want it? You can't give up. Every no is one step closer to a yes, and that's being taught by people who don't understand the power of social media. To most of you, it's obvious. And yet they miss it. 3 years ago, I was working with someone who was a top earner in a company and very, very successful in social media. And when they went through my booth camp, they said, I can't believe I missed this. I mean, it's so obvious. We don't have to chase after people. We just have to make a connection. We have to talk to people. So, was that your experience? When I got into network marketing, I absolutely was not going to go and talk to my warm market. Nope. If I talk to my warm market, I mean, prior to getting into network marketing, I was a successful publisher. I had a successful publishing company for 15 and a half years, made millions of dollars. Everybody in Fort Lauderdale knew me. But technology and the internet would put my company out of business. Wasn't happily married at the time. So I said, I'm going to just change it all. Got a divorce and jumped into a network marketing company. Now, if I had gone to my friends, my people that I knew, with the company that I was with, they'd listen. And then after I left, they'd shake their heads and go, poor Max, he really needs to go out there and find a job. He bought into one of those pyramids. So I wasn't going to do that. If anything, I was going to go back to my friends after I was making money. So I had to go to the cold market, and this was pre-internet. So I was doing all that stuff, running ads in papers, having hotel meetings, and all that stuff. America Online changed that for me. So years ago, I discovered a better and a faster way to get started that eliminates the rejection that comes with the old school method. And it works better today than ever before. There's more people on Facebook and LinkedIn than there ever were on AOL, and you know so much about them. So today, You can help your new recruits make a few sales immediately on Facebook and LinkedIn before they make their warm market list, start making calls, and lose their enthusiasm for what you're doing. Yes, you have to go through 100 no's to get a yes, but if you get enough no's in the early stages, you begin to question your decision to get into the business. It's human nature. So you change your picture. Change your picture on Facebook. See what happens. In fact, let me stop. Come over here. Come back over here. I'm going to jump on Facebook. And I want to see. The other day, we changed Wally's picture. So let's see what happens. Okay. There he is. So we changed Wally, we changed the picture. And since then, you've had 49 people that liked it. And if we click on it, you had 40 people that liked it, 7 people loved it, and 1 person laughed. But these are all opportunities to strike up a conversation if it's appropriate. By the same token, he had 39 people over here that made comments. Again, opportunity to start conversations with people that you're already connected to. Now, in order for this to work, you have to be visible. People have to see your profile. If they can't see your profile, then not much is going to happen. So you change your picture, and the person that responded, Wally, great picture. Wow, you look 10 years younger. And so you go back and you say, Carol, I really appreciate the compliment. So, it's been a while since we talked, Carol. What's going on in your life? What's new? How is rising gas prices and the economy treating you? And Carol comes back and says, man, I'm suffering. They cut back my hours at work. I really need to get a job on the side. 85% of the people that you ask what's going on in your world are going to come back and ask you the same question. So you let Carol tell you how she's suffering, and then your answer, without being salesy, is, Carol, I started a side business that's generating a whole income stream for me. I was considering having to go to work, but now I don't need it. Carol comes back. She wants to know, what's his business? So the same person that you would have called off of your warm market list that would have laughed you probably right out of getting into your business is joining your business. The dynamics of the entire conversation change. What's not to love? And here's the best part. So now you help Carol open up your settings, make yourself visible, Carol. So more people are going to see what you're going to do. Change your picture. And the next thing you know, 2 of Carol's friends are in the business. And when Carol says, well, what do I say when they react? You just say, Carol, just look at the conversation you and I had. Scroll up. That's what you're going to say. And be there to help. So now you got 3 people in your business without going to your warm market list. And you help all 3 of those people change their picture. And the next thing you know, you got a group of motivated, excited people. Many of them are going to be bringing their warm market in, but the way they do it is so much different. back in 2005, I wrote one of the books I wrote was "Make the Internet Your Warm Market." Go to the internet before you go to your warm market. So I'm going to skip through a number of things here because there's other things I want to talk about. Most of you have heard this before. Otherwise, you could watch. I got to share some stories with you. I was reminded, I was talking to someone. Actually, I ended up telling this story to 3 people. Gennady and his wife, Agnes, came to the United States from Poland, and they were looking for a way. They wanted to learn how to use social media to be successful in network marketing. And they invested, over 40 grand buying all kinds of programs. And finally, he ended up in one of my boot camps. And after the second boot camp session, he calls me up and says, "Max, this is what I've been looking for. We want you to coach us." So they came down to Miami Beach, and they got a little sun, but we spent 3 days. And not only did I teach them the process, but they wanted to go back home and do a boot camp that they were going to market and advertise. They filled up a room with 500 people while they were still in the United States. They go back and they do this boot camp. It was the first, actually, we did it in Polish. And so they had somebody, I would speak, and then they had somebody that would translate it. This was the results. I want to share with you the incredible results after taking part in our first Polish boot camp. I'm in this industry for more than 20 years, but I've never had seen such numbers. Last 2 weeks, I've enrolled in my business 57 people. And these were coming out of that meeting. All of them are my frontline partners. I planned to do it after 6 months. I can't believe that it happened. And then my team started to duplicate me. The Max method works perfect. Thank you very much. But it not only worked for him, about 2 weeks later, he sends me another one. This is really hot news for my team. Can you imagine 4 of my frontline partners joined the first Polish boot camp? And you know what? 2 of them just beat their life records. Each of them sponsoring more than 24 people for their team in 1 week. This is what we're looking for. Simple and easy to duplicate. All of my team is going to be going to the next boot camp after watching these 2 guys. I knew that the Max method was really good, but I didn't expect it would be that good. Now, I'm not saying this to try to impress you. I'm saying this to impress upon you what you can be doing, what members of your team can be doing. So they became one of the top earners in the company that they were in, and then they made a change. They joined another company. They actually joined Zija, and in 73 days, they rose to the top of that company with people with no network marketing experience. 73 days. They would do broadcasts on Facebook, and they were doing 2 or 3 a day. And they were building a following. They were building an audience. They had 5,201 views in 1 hour because people would invite their friends. And over 300 people were interested in knowing more about their business. We hooked up again in Orlando. Zija was having a big event, and they reached a double diamond event in 180 days. And they brought from Poland with them a team of really nice folks. Some of them still write to me. What they're leaders, and bringing your leaders to an event is incredibly powerful. So there's Gennady, Agnes, and Heavy Max. I mean, since that picture was taken, I've lost 50 pounds. How did they set records in their company? They talked to the people that responded to their activity. Stephen in New Zealand started working with you. I enrolled 10 people in my business when we're about to come in. I never found so many people seriously interested in network marketing in my business before. And I hear this all the time. I wish I found you 4 years ago. Patty, I was ready to write this person off as a prospect. He showed me how with one question to turn it around. And I have an offered candidate for my business. Her husband's a chiropractor, and now she's interested in doing the business with me. Then she came back. I'm over the moon. I got another solid lead from a top earner in another company who's open to hearing more about my business. Again, all of you have it within you to reach out and talk to people. Robin, using your 4C strategy, I enrolled 5 people in rank advance my business with 2 new marketing execs who also enrolled 5 people each. They're on their way to becoming director and possibly double advancing their business in June. Robin's building Melaleuca business, and it doesn't matter what you're trying to do. It comes down to, can people see you? So I want to pop over, come back over here. And I want to look at the folks that are here. And we always get new people. So that's what I'm looking at. Let me come up here and let's take a look at Jim. That's Facebook. Let me go to LinkedIn. So Jim, do you see yourself on here? Bring it up again. I'm not going to hold it open. If you can figure out how to turn your mic on. It's hard to tell. Sometimes you can pick them out. Let's scroll down a little bit more.
I don't see me anywhere.
Okay, so let's see if we can figure it out. What city are you in?
Peterborough, Ontario.
So we'll try Canada. Nope. Nope. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop over here. Copy this. Then I'm going to put it in the chat. And that's a link to my LinkedIn profile. And you can use it to reach out to me, and we'll see if we can find you. Now, let's look at Sam. It's nice to see you're back. Let me now, some of you may have noticed, and Sam is in Australia. So it's night where we are, and it's middle of the day there. All right. And so let's look at his profile. And notice he's got that green dot. And Sam, so you're in the 90-day challenge. So we're going to work together over the next 90 days and do some serious rank advancing. Let's look at Tara. So Tara's here. Now, what I wanted to say is notice we got first and we got first. Right now, what LinkedIn is doing is they're running two systems side by side. They're literally rebuilding, restructuring everything. So sometimes we're going to do things with LinkedIn and doesn't work. Sometimes even changing your picture doesn't work. So do it a couple of times, just a couple of times, and then do something else. Don't beat yourself up. Don't kill yourself. And try to get another day. There are always going to be things that you can do. The most important thing is you need to be talking to people. You need to be talking to people. So let's look for Raymond. So Raymond, what business are you building? Let me unmute you.
Melaleuca.
Super. But by the way, for those of you that are in Melaleuca, and if you're on Eddie Bestoso's team, Eddie and I are good friends, and I talked today. He's in the hospital.
Oh no.
He had what do they call a pacemaker put in, and then of course while he was in the hospital he got the flu. So but he's on the mend. He's getting better every day, and he appreciates the good wishes that everybody is sending to him, but he's on the mend. I was worried about him, and but he's a great leader. So talk to me, Raymond. So how's business?
I'm on a slow pace here. I still have a lot to learn yet about getting this together. I'm taking your thing you put up there a while back about not yet. So I'm still trying to get it together.
Okay.
And learn to put things on the screen, like either whether it be motivational stuff or you mentioned about the birthday. I want to go through that shortly, and also picking out a group of people that I want to start with. I haven't started that yet, but I don't have anybody in my group, as you can probably see. I'm not following anybody, so I got to start from scratch.
Okay. So basically, you're building your own team.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you have, are you working with somebody um, that's successful, your upline that can help you?
Nope, not at the moment. I'm the Lone Ranger at the moment. I had been in the business beforehand. I had to drop out for unforeseen reasons. And my upline is Ed Pistoso, so I'm far removed from him. But um, I know all the people that started with them way back when they first started back in '85 and '89. But I had to stop and restart again.
Okay. So when you, what's your full-time job? What do you do?
I'm in the car sales business. I'm on the phone all day.
Mhm.
Business development, as you can see right there. And I'm about to retire in a couple of months. I'm not sure exactly when, but that's where I'm at now, trying to get that together as well. So I want to get some things started before I retire.
Well, yeah. Okay, so you're in car. So what kind of cars do you sell?
Hyundai primarily, and other used cars. A Ford, Chevy, Nissan, whatever.
Okay. So two things. Number one, you're calling yourself a business development specialist. You're a car salesman.
Yeah, BDC they call it.
Uh,
Yeah, that.
repeat that. What does that mean?
Theoretically, is business development clerk or a specialist, whichever. I just put specialist to make it look professional, so to speak.
Okay. But see, here's the thing. You're missing out on a great opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Come up here and let's look for people. They're in car sales.
Mm-hmm.
Click on people. You got 388,000 people that are selling cars.
Right.
Okay. Now, looking for opportunity. People that sell cars. You got 5,000 people in your business that are looking for another opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't recognize you. I mean, I guess maybe in the field, anybody that's in car sales would recognize the description. But what you're learning in boot camp should also be helping you sell cars. I had a woman in New Skin years ago that wanted to build her business faster, so she wanted me to coach her, but she didn't have the money, so she took a job at a car lot
Mm-hmm.
right after Thanksgiving, and she was planning on doing it for 2 months. And again, using the style that we teach, she outsold all the 32 car salesmen on the lot. What did she do? The average person that sells cars, when a person comes on the lot, they try to sell them a car.
Mm-hmm.
Car obviously that's on the lot. So she took a totally different approach. When she had her up, she'd get a prospect, and the first thing she would say is, what kind of a car are you looking for? And are you planning on buying a car today? How bad do you need the car? And if you don't find the car on the lot, let me know what kind of car you want. and I can get it for you. I know how tough it is and frustrating it can be to go to car lot after car lot after car lot and dealing with all this stuff. So if there's any, you just tell me what kind of car you want. And I can tell you whether or not I can get it for you. Now, this was before the internet was really going, because today, I mean, you get on the internet, you can just shop like crazy and see who's got what.
Yep.
But she sold enough cars. Again, she was able to cut her time in half from the standpoint of making enough money. But it's all about relationships. It's all about letting the person know when they come on the lot. If we don't have the car you're looking for, we have other dealerships, I can get it for you. And if necessary, if I have to go to another dealership that we don't do business with, I can get you that car.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to do all of that stuff. And it doesn't work. It didn't work with everybody, but it worked with enough people to where she was selling like crazy, and everybody was asking, so what do you how are you doing this? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking, there was a young man in Flagstaff, Arizona that sold cars. And he couldn't afford coaching either, but he got his boss, the owner of the dealership, to pay for his coaching. And I ended up on the phone with a guy, with his boss, and because he wanted to know what I was going to teach his employee. And I explained to him, the Socratic method of selling. And so the boss paid for the kid's coaching. In 30 days, he was out selling everybody else on the lot. In 90 days, he was the top salesman in the region. And the principle is the same.
Mm-hmm.
You're not trying to sell. You're trying to see if there's an opportunity to sell. And you have to recognize that, some people are going to be real. Some people are going to tell you the truth. They're going to open up, and you have to be able to tell the difference. But then it's all about following up. It's all about maintaining that relationship,
Mm-hmm.
so that the person on the other end feels almost obligated. Man, I like this person. If there's any way I can buy a car from this guy, I'm gonna buy the car.
Yep.
Because you're gonna get it for him. So you need some simple tweaks. But right now, your profile isn't set up really to promote your business. Okay, I mean, you've got Empire right now. You're promoting the Empire Auto Group, so maybe your boss doesn't want to know you're doing anything else.
Right.
Okay, so that's understandable, but there's still some things that you can do. And so are you in the boot camp that starts tomorrow?
Not yet. I was in your other boot. I was on your October, November boot camps. I didn't
Alright.
join this one yet, but I may join the one that's coming up after this one.
So how many okay, now I'm looking at this. I don't know why I didn't mention this, but catch this before. You got one connection,
Yep.
okay? So let me ask you this. How bad do you want to be successful in your business?
I definitely need to be. I am very serious about being successful in my local business.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, this is a cliche in network marketing, but in order to be successful in network marketing, you have to take action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now there's simple action, reaching out and making connections with people. That's simple. If nothing else, even if you didn't close one person, even if you only had an hour a day, 5 people a day in an hour, 25 people a week.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, you should be adding 100 people a month to your connection list. That's the minimum thing. If you're not doing that, granted, there are other things that you're going to need to do, that you're going to have to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And do that, in boot camp. There's probably, I'm gonna guesstimate over the years, there have probably been over 1,000 people that, like you, did not have an upline, did not have support. I became their upline.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I am not building a Maluka business. I'm not
Right.
building Isogenics. But when you work with enough people in the company, you understand the comp plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so in your business, it's relatively simple. You bring somebody into your business, you help them get 8 customers, you make $500. Hello?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Now, if that isn't enough to motivate you to spend an hour on here, just making those connections, then it's not going to happen unless you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm not trying to embarrass you or put you on the spot because,
Nope. That's why I'm here.
Raymond, life gets in the way. Okay.
Yes, it does.
No question about it. Life gets in the way. How does your wife feel about network marketing?
She's pretty neutral about it. I mean, she's looking for me to
Okay.
get things going and making some money. And that's what.
No, the reason I ask is there's nothing worse than having an unsupportive spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if you have an unsupportive spouse, the only thing that's going to turn them around is we start putting some numbers on the board.
Right.
You bring one person in, help them get 8 customers. You go back to your wife, say, I made $500. Big deal. You've been in this business for 7 years. You just made $500. All right. I mean, you got to deal with that stuff.
True.
But let me just say this. I personally love I told you so. I don't know how you feel about it, but anytime you could go, the day that you can go back to someone that was giving you a hard time and saying, hey, I told you, it's so empowering. I mean, it's such a phenomenal feeling.
Mm-hmm.
that I told you.
Yeah.
And that's what some of you have to deal with. Okay. How bad you want it, because what you have to do to get it, it's not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're building a business, and for those of you that you're building a business, you're building teams, you measure how serious your teammates are in doing the business. Why, just how big is their connection list growing? If people on your team aren't adding at least 5 people a day to the business, then they're not serious about it.
Mm-hmm.
If something happens, you got to deal with it. When I got into network marketing, I had to make $3,000 a month. I wouldn't consider doing it if I couldn't make $3,000. And my sponsor told me all I had to do was sign up 12 people. So my goal was 3 people a week, 4 weeks, and I got my $1,000, and I got my $3,000. Now, why did I need $3,000? Because I had a boat in a marina, and I needed to pay the marine costs, maintenance, and I wanted a car payment out of that. And I had to have it. And so my goal was every day I'd go out and I networked happy hour in Palm Beach for 7 months. And I would meet, and my number was, I'm going to meet 5 people every day. At the end of the week, I'm going to have 25 new prospects that I can basically talk to and work my way through, show them the business. Now, sometimes I'd have 25 by Thursday. And then every once in a while, you know, here it is, it's Friday, and I've only got 17. I'm still 8 short. Well, then I'm working Saturday and I'm working Sunday because my basic fundamental need, 25 a week. You got to set small but reasonable goals that you can attain. So coming to these webinars, going to boot camp, it's all nice, but these are not income producing activities. An income producing activity is you're signing somebody up as a customer, you're signing somebody up as a business builder, period. That is the most important thing. Attending trainings, attending classes, even attending my Ask Max sessions. It's educational, you learn it. It's not an income producing activity. You have to have 1 hour every day in an income producing activity where you are talking to somebody and showing them the business. But unless you're signing them up in the business, it's kind of like what you need to do pre-making money. So again, it comes down to how bad do you want it? There was a kid in Maluka a couple of years ago that was in a boot camp, and he wanted me to coach him. I said, well, how much time can you put into this? And he says, I can put in about 6 hours a week. And I told him, I said, listen, if you really want to be successful in this, you're going to have to find another 6 hours. Okay, because you can't do it with 6. You can do it with 10 or 12. So where are you going to get another 6? Well, maybe you spend less time in the bathroom. Maybe you get up a little earlier. But you have to figure out, where am I going to get that extra time so that I can devote to doing the things that I need to do to be successful. He found that extra time, and he put 30 people into his business in 1 month. It's quality over quantity, but it's also activity. So as you're bringing people into your business and you're training them, talk is cheap. You know, in that one of Napoleon Hill's 10 principles. Don't tell people what you can do. Show people what you can do. So at the end of this month, minimum, you should have 100 connections. If you don't have 100 connections, minimum, then building your business is a wish. It's a dream. And you wear 25 people a week, stay in boot camp. Just stay in boot camp. And again, you know, one of the reasons why, you know, for those of you that are repeat students, we make attending boot camp so inexpensive. All right. There's no reason why anybody can't participate in boot camp. And that's why we do it. That's why we do it. It drives me absolutely crazy. I was talking to somebody else today that just blew through $30,000 investing in all kinds of training, and none of it taught her the things that she needed to do to be successful. So, when you, but anybody can do it. It's all about motivation. It's all actually, it's more about, about desire. That's why the big question that everybody in network marketing always asks is, what is your why? Why are you doing? Why are you here tonight? Why are you here tonight? When you could be doing something else. A lot of my students, here's another hint for you. They jump on my Ask Max webinars. They're not watching my screen. They're not watching what I'm doing. They're listening to what I'm doing, and they're doing their work. They're prospecting, they're searching, they're texting while they're listening to me. And sometimes they tune me out but they're using that time to build their business. How do you build your business? It's all about talking to people, period. If you're not talking to 5 or 10 people every day. Okay, so I got a question about boot camp. Our boot camps start at 9 o'clock at night, East Coast time. And these sessions they're 2 hours each. They're going to be on Thursday nights and Tuesday nights. All of the sessions are recorded. So my friends in Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Hong Kong, they can make those. My friends in Europe can't. So they miss all of this, the live sessions. They pop on in the morning and they attend the Ask Max sessions down here. 9:30, 4 o'clock. Actually, we cut out the 10 o'clock ones. So think about it. You have, in addition to 8 hours of concentrated effort in teaching you how to do this, you have another 12 hours that you can jump on here and get your questions answered. All right. And then everything's recorded. You want to get ahead? You don't want to wait for this? We're giving you access to the January boot camp. And in January, we had an extra session, the daily routine of a top runner. So let me put in the chat window the links. So you can, the best deal for those of you that have been in boot camp before is get into our 90-day, our 90-day boot camp challenge. How am I going to do that? So you literally, that puts you in the next 3 boot camps. Puts you in the, where am I? Over here. Okay, the 90-day boot camp challenge. It'll be in the February boot camp, the March boot camp, the April boot camp, at the average price of $59 a month. Boot camps on the internet sell for $597. To attend a regular boot camp, again, as regular repeat students, pop it in the chat. It's maxsteingart.com/bootcamp challenge. Now, the regular boot camp, you go to maxsteingart.com/bootcamp. Use the promo code Big Deal, and you're in boot camp for $98. My accountant says I'm crazy. Not only do you get participate in the in the December boot camp, you got access to all the recordings for the December boot camp, for the January boot camp. And for those of you that have aspirations to become top earners, then go to maxlineart.com/retreat combo. So you get in the February boot camp and you participate in our 3-day top earner winter retreat, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All of these sessions are going to be recorded. Okay, if you can't make them all, it's no big deal. Let's go to maxlineart.com/retreat. I put it in the chat. 3 days. We're going to load you up with all the information that you need to be successful, including our 90-day game plan. Nancy came out of a boot camp and a retreat, signed up 41 customers, one business builder in 5 days. She had a lot of connections. Next month, I signed up 62 more customers, 2 more business builders. Again, I'm not showing this to you to impress you. I'm showing this to impress upon you what you can be doing, what members of your team can be doing. Sheila, well, just let them sit. Okay, we'll do it. We have a coaching session on the 13th. Then just say, or jump on an Ask Max session during the week. Just jump on an Ask Max session. Get on at the beginning. Let me know that you're there and let me know what you need. We'll go in and we'll look at some of them then. Next, Tiana. Tiana's been following me for 10 years. Great lady. She's a medical professional and got into a company. She was passionate about the products. First time in her life, she's making 6 figures. 6 figures. And she had a phenomenal story. Had a phenomenal story. Signed up 6 people the weekend right after the retreat. Everybody comes out of that thing fired up and excited. You will be more motivated coming out of spending those 3 days. Well, we're going to teach you. We're going to show you how it's possible for anybody. Anybody can be successful in this business. But there's a lot to it. There's a lot of information we give you as part of boot camp. I have people that tell me all the time, holy smokes, I never expected to get this much information. And we warn you, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. But everything that you do develops a habit. The more you do it, the more familiar you are with it, the better you're going to get at it. You're learning the dance. First, we learn the steps. We put the steps to the music. And then we get on the dance floor and we start dancing with people. Tom Martin, it's a funny story. Went through a retreat, made 1 post, had 20 people respond, spoke to 13 people, signed up 4. Tom was in a boot camp with another one of my students who in 11 months was generating a 6-figure income. Was in the same boot camp. It didn't happen to Tom. Why? Because he got distracted. He tried doing something else. He says, Max, this works. Yeah, it does. It works. But let me try something else. Let me try doing this. Let me try doing that. And then 2 years later, he came back. He says, I just should have stuck with it. Todd. There's a story behind everyone's story. You're not competing with any of these people. It's all about you and what you do. And it's really simple. Talk to people. As you're talking, you're going to learn, are they candidates for your business? The only people you're going to talk to about your business are going to be people that you know for certain need it, want it, would benefit from it. If not, stop talking to them, talk to somebody else. That's all there is to it. Well, boot camp starts tomorrow. And all I can say is tomorrow night, especially with the, I mean, literally, I'm having to revamp the boot camp content because this new feature of LinkedIn is going to be huge. The birthday script, the birthday strategy has always been the most popular, most successful strategies out there. So successful that a number of my students have 2 or 3 birthdays a year. But now you're going to be able to reach out to people and you're going to know who they are. It was huge. It was huge. So until next time, best of luck in building your business. If there's anybody here that's interested in my coaching program, type your phone number, put coaching in the chat, and one of my staff members will reach out to you tomorrow. We're in the process of interviewing potential coaching candidates. I don't work with anybody in coaching that I haven't talked to. And we have a number of people that are in consideration. So we haven't made the decision yet on who it's going to be. So in any event, I'm looking forward to seeing all of you tomorrow in boot camp. And for those of you that are watching this on Facebook or LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel, just write to support@maxsteingart.com. Just put coaching in the headline. Give us your email address, your phone number, and the links to your Facebook and LinkedIn pages. And there's nothing to stop any of you from going to the top of your company or experiencing significant rank advancement before the end of the year. So until next time, best of luck in building your business.